Being a parent is one of the most terrifying things, I believe, to me in life. It's like one of those jobs that it's a never ending story. Once you become a mother or a father, you are a mother or a father until you're dead or gone, until you're dead or gone, or something happened to one of your kids. But it's so terrifying because you have all of these pieces of you, right? For me, I have 3 boys. I have 3 pieces out in this world. And with these pieces that you love so dearly, you can't control what happens to them. You can't control the choices that they make. You can't control the things they do at a certain part. You can't protect them from everything. And that's the most terrifying part. I was listening to this podcast, right? And it was a panel of parents. And they were all talking about their children. And they were talking about the teens of this day. And they were saying how teens lack a lot of emotional intelligence, how the rise of mental illness, the spirit of entitlement. And so as I was looking at this panel, it was this guy, he was listening to all of the parents. And you know what he said? And I'm going to have to agree with that brother. He said, I don't think it's a teen or a youth problem. I think the core of the issue is the parenting. So listen, if you are a parent, or if you are pregnant, or if you are raising, you are a caregiver, or, you are a guardian to any type of teen, then this message was written and designed specifically for you. Are y'all ready to get into it? Let's get into it, y'all. Greetings, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Yes, it is your girl, your big homie, TT, and welcome y'all to TT Talk. Let's go. 3 steps, okay? 1 for the Father, 1 for the Son, and the Holy Ghost, okay? Hear me out, y'all. I've been dealing with, I am surrounded by teens, okay? And I'm also a parent of a teen. I have 3 boys, okay? 22, 17, and 10. So what I'm going to share with you is not someone else's story. It's not something that I read. It's not a movie that I watched. It is my life, and I am continuing at this moment to live and walk in this thing. Okay. I am yet still parenting. Okay. So with all of this that's going on, I want y'all to follow your girl real quick. Okay. It made me think about we're going to deal with during the time of Moses, right? We're going to talk about the 2 generation of the Israelites that we're going to deal with. So you have the first generation, and this first generation of Israelites, they were the one that were held captive by Pharaoh. Okay, so they were slaves. Okay, because don't nobody want to be those slaves. They were slaves. Okay, so God had to deal with Moses, that he had to go to Pharaoh, tell him, let the people go and all this good stuff. So this particular generation of Israelites, they were able to witness the miracles of God. Okay, they was there to see all them plagues. Okay, they witnessed with their eye. Okay, they actually saw the miracle of the Red Sea splitting, okay, and killing off his whole little army. They were able to witness that. So you got to think about those generational people, right? So we know that particular generational of Israelites, they never made it to the promised land. They were lost in the wilderness for 40 years, right? They could never get it right. After all they have seen, everything they have saw, they still couldn't get it together. So in the wilderness, you're having children. Okay? I'm stop right there. When I speak of the Israelites that were able, that was in the slavery, they were the ones that dealt with all of the pain. They saw. Okay, so now the children that they're having are living off the stories, okay, of what they had witnessed. They actually didn't witness it, the miracles. They are living off the stories, okay, of what they parent had experienced. So that made me look at our life. Now, if you're a little seasoned, you know what I'm saying, you up in age, we kind of created a different lifestyle for our children, right? I'll just speak for myself. And if you can relate to this, then it's for you, okay? But let me tell you what I'm saying, because I know it's just not me. So what's happening is that we are compensating for the lack that we had. Yeah, I know I did. You know, my kids don't have everything, but I know they got way more than I did. And I didn't want them to feel that pain. I didn't want them to struggle the way I struggle. So, you know, in a sense, I kind of coddled them a little bit. Right? Because we don't want them to feel the pain that we felt. Now, this is our generation, right? We know the pain. We've been through the slavery. We've been enslaved in slavery. Okay. We've been through it. I'm saying that to say that we've been through a lot. We had a different lifestyle. Our lifestyle was kind of a struggle. We created with our children. We didn't want them to struggle the way we struggle. So we kind of provided them a different lifestyle. Okay. So the children, now we're going to go back to the Bible. Okay. So the Israelites had children in the wilderness. Right? They had the kids in the wilderness. So these kids that being brought up in the wilderness, they didn't have the struggle. They are being fed manna from the sky, and they had the access to the promised land. Now we're dealing with a second generation. Now we have the children that are coming up. These seeds are sprouting up. The ones we coddled, the ones we sheltered, the ones we didn't want to feel any pain. Now, what type of generational kids that we're having? So, of course, they feel entitled because we provided it for them. Okay. So if this is you, if this is you, and what I see that is going on with these children here lately is that the enemy is having a way with their minds, and parents are giving up on parenting. It's not a teen issue. It's a parent issue. Now I'm saying this is coming from a place of love. Let me tell you what I heard in service today. And it wasn't today. It was on Sunday. It was a couple of Sundays ago. But this resonated in my spirit. The pastor said, okay, us as parents, how can we allow our children to make a choice of their gender, but they don't even have a right to vote? You have a right to change your gender, but you don't have a right to vote. It's like we are, instead of guiding the children, we are conforming to what the world is telling us to do with our children. We are conforming to. We are the trendsetters. We are the ones supposed to set the blueprint for these children. So you have to deal with yourself first before you could deal with a child. Because what's happening, let me tell y'all what's happening. Let me tell you what's happening in my world, right? In my world. What is happening is parents are tired and they tired of their kids, right? They done grew up. They disrespectful. They entitled to everything, right? And let me tell you what's happening. In my life. What is happening is that the kid, I don't know what to do with him. I don't know what to do with him. Then you put him off on somebody else, and then you make it somebody else's responsibility. What are you transferring down to your children? What are you giving them? What are you instilling in them to prepare them for this world? It starts at home. How you gonna blame the kids and you're the parents? We can't do that. Now, when your kid get a certain age, I have a 22-year-old. Listen, I did the best with the knowledge that I have to instill in my son. He's out on his own. Thank God. God got him. I said, God, you take care of him just like you took care of me. God got him. They may stray a little bit, but if you put it in them, you got to be the one to plant the seed. What are you planting in your child? What are you transferring down? I told you, ignorance is transferable. You're transferring it down. If you ignorant, you going to pour your ignorance into your children. And then they grow up and then they have children. It's the same thing. And then you want to make it somebody else's responsibility? When that's your child, you created that. You know, I thank God for my life. No, I wasn't nowhere near a perfect life, nowhere near it. You know, my mother did the best that she did the best that she could do with the means that she had and with the knowledge that she had. It is what it is. I thank God for my father because he was the introduction. My father was the introduction. I couldn't live off God just off of what his beliefs. I had to do my part. And believe me, I had to get lost. I was lost before I got found. So sometimes you just got to let them be, but you got to do your part. It's not the church. It's not the school. It is you. They are with you. And how you going to give up on your child? Like, I don't even care what they do. I'm just ready for them to graduate. Don't you know as soon as they get 18, let me tell you, when they get 18 years old, when they get 18 years old and when they go out there and start cutting up, it's going to start hitting your pockets. Believe me, it's going to start hitting you a different way. And you want the best for your child. Don't nobody want to have a kid and want their kid to suffer unless you sick or something, you crazy or something. But other than that, you want the best for your child. And that's the problem. We wanted to create this best lifestyle for these kids and providing them with all of this material things. And we did not give them anything to anchor them and to work with their minds. Yeah, they know how to look good. Yeah, they know how to dress. But are you giving them something that when things are not going their way, the things that's going to prepare them for life? So I have to talk to the parents. And you know what the enemy doing? What he's doing, parents, is he's causing all kind of distractions with you. So what the first thing he gonna do? Don't say no. Just look this way. Just look this way. The first thing he gonna do is try to get that man out the house. First attack. Get rid of daddy. Get rid of the head. Right? So then we got the moms to stand in and try to play both when it was designed for the man and the woman. Okay, that's why it was designed for the man and the woman to raise these children. But now we got the women raising the children. And these women, I told you, they ain't like Big Mama and them. No, they tired. They tired. You working 2 jobs, and what's happening? You working 2, 3 jobs. Your kids is getting thrown to the wayside because mama got to make that money. Mama tired. Mama don't have the energy. Then we have a lost generation. And I know it's work. I am not a single mother, and I have a husband, and it is work with the 2 of us. And for some strange reason, I ain't knocking nothing. I'm just saying, I just feel like the woman still in the marriage, you still got a lot to carry because you the one doing homework. You the one going to parent-teacher conference. You the one taking the kids to the doctor. And I'm just saying, not for all, but for some, but for some. So you got all of this. You're tired. You were how are you pouring? That's why you need the help of God to help you with your child. Because let me tell you what the doctor's gonna do. The doctor gonna medicate him, suck you in the system, create a bill for you when we need to get back to the source. I told y'all. I said it last week. Reason why we're having problems is because we are breaking laws. We are breaking spiritual laws. And what we are doing, it is transferring down to our children. I am going to Michigan, Benton Harbor, Michigan on May 3rd to hold a community meeting to talk about the children. That's my home. And I have a lot of cousins. I feel like the kids here can get me, but I feel like home, I'm disconnected. So I am going home to pour into them babies and the parents. Because what we're doing right now, we're losing them. If we look into those children right now, if you look at your child right now, how is the future? Can you imagine your child at 30? Can you imagine your child going through different circumstances in life and how they gonna stand? It starts with home first. It ain't nobody's responsibility until you can admit that as a parent. Until you can admit that, I can't do nothing for you. Ain't no kid perfect. You ain't perfect. They came from an imperfect womb. But you got to know that there is a battle that is going on with all of us between our ears. That's where the battle is at. And the battle is with your child and with you. We have to put something in there. We got to get into your daily lifestyle. We got to get anchored. And because what's happening is we trying all of these other sources, and the problem is getting managed, but it's not getting fixed. We're managing the situation, getting through it, but nothing is happening. It is so deep, y'all. So the question I want to ask to you as a parent, what are you transferring down to your children, you at this moment on this day? What are you giving them? How are you equipping them to deal with things when things don't go their way, when life decides to make its turn? What are you giving them to fight with? What are you doing? It starts with home first. It starts with home first, you guys. Let me tell you this. It's hard. It's hard today. Because it's us, it's the parents, it's us against the world. It's us against the world. It's you, your house, what you giving to your kid, and then what they get in this world when they go out and they go to this school. Let me help you out. Can I help you out? I'm just tell you what I do with mine. This is a true story. This is what I do. In the morning, figure out a way to have your child clear their minds. Give them some inspiration in the morning to work on their minds. Because just because they woke up in an environment such as yours where it's calm and you got breakfast ready for them, they going into a building of folks that didn't have that same morning. So you don't know what kind of night they had. They coming up against all these spirits. They coming against everything that you are trying to instill in them. You got to have some patience when you're dealing with these kids. Yes, it requires patience. No, I don't be want to do all that talking. No, I don't feel like it, but I have to. No, I don't feel like driving there, but I have to. It's the sacrifice. We don't want to make the sacrifice anymore. No one is sacrificing anymore because we're tired and we're burnt out. But if you don't correct it on today, you have to start working. I can't even really deal with the kids as an individual until I deal with the parents first. Because I could talk to your child all I want to, but as soon as they go to the house with you, then what example are you setting for them? What are you doing? So it starts with us first. You need to be the one to guide your child. You need to be the one to teach them. You have to be that person. They get it from home first. Okay? So work with your child. Give them something to put in their mind in the morning. In the morning, what we do when I'm driving my kid, my one go to high school, one go to elementary school, every morning we listen to some inspiration. Let's get our mind right. After that, we're going to pray. We're going to cover ourselves. And that's going to kick it off. I told my son every day, work on your mind, your body, and your soul. Your mind, your body, and your soul. Work on your temple. Work it out so your skin won't stretch out of shape. Okay? Work on your mind. Feed your mind with knowledge. And work on the inner you, because there is a soul. Feed your soul, your mind, and strengthen your body every day. Okay, y'all? It starts with you. You can't just dump it out. They are your responsibility. And for the men, let me say this to the men that are not involved in their child life. You need to make that your number one priority. You will not have a blessed life. You will not have a blessed life if you don't deal with your children. The devil got you so bound up, you doing what you want to do, and you losing your generation. And that's why he wants to lock you up. That's why you are under attack, men. Because if he can attack you, then he can attack everything that comes from you. And that's your children. So if he can bound your mind up, everything that comes from you, because you are here to replenish it. We just here we the incubators. It comes from you. So you have these babies and you leaving these women and you going around spreading these seeds. You being fruitful in the wrong way. Because you are not even there for your children and we're raising a bunch of lost children. You understand? It starts with you. I can't, whatever you do, it starts with you. God bless y'all. Listen, God loves you. God loves him some you. Whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, you are loved by God. Thank you for allowing me to pour this sweet tea of love, inspiration, and motivation. Y'all tune in next week and see what God is going to do. Because I have absolutely no idea. But this I do know. Stop giving your children all of the material things that you lacked and start feeding them more knowledge. start giving them more knowledge. Okay? Because it's a mind battle at the end of the day. Equip them to be able to fight daily. Okay? It starts at home first. Now, y'all go out there and live a blessed life. Bye.